What did your kid do at your job that got you fired? I was a nurse at a private pain management clinic. Not glamorous, but it paid well, and I was good at my job. The patients loved me, even the grumpy ones. I remembered their kids' names. I brought snacks on chemo days. I stayed late. I took pride in it. But I worked under this man, Dr. Sins. He was cold, arrogant, always in $1,000 suits while telling patients their insurance wouldn't cover the meds they needed. He hated kids, hated noise, hated when nurses spoke too loudly. He once wrote me up for unnecessary laughing with a patient in the hallway. I never brought my kid to work. I couldn't. He was 6, wild, sweet, always asking questions. But one day, my sitter canceled last minute. I called everyone. Neighbors, my cousin, even my ex. No one could help. I told Dr. Sins I'd be 30 minutes late. He said, if you're not here at 8, don't bother coming at all. So I brought my son with me, just for the morning. I had him sit in the break room with his tablet, headphones on, promised him a happy meal after if he stayed quiet. At first, it worked. He didn't make a sound. He was coloring when I checked on him. I thought I could handle it. Then around 10 a.m., everything crashed. A patient had passed out in the hallway. I rushed out to help, and in the chaos, I didn't notice my son had wandered out of the break room. He ended up in Dr. Sins' office. Now, here's the thing. Dr. Sins had this private cabinet, always locked. We joked that he kept souls in there. No one was allowed near it. Only a couple of patients he would occasionally let in. Not even the other doctors. But my son saw the cabinet open. He thought it was a game cabinet like in my cousin's house. He opened it, and he found vials. Lots of them. Unlabeled. No patient logs, no prescriptions. He took one to show me. Walked into the nurse's station with it in his tiny hand like it was a toy. Mommy, what's this? The room went silent. One of the other nurses froze. Another looked at me and said, is that from his cabinet? I took it from my son, and my stomach dropped. It was a controlled substance. Schedule 2, the kind you have to log every drop of. And there was no log. The clinic went into chaos. Security was called. Dr. Sins came storming out of his office, red in the face. He grabbed the vial from me and yelled, you brought your damn kid here and he stole narcotics? I tried to explain. I begged him to listen, but he wasn't scared about safety. He was scared about getting caught. He told me to go home and that I'd be hearing from HR. I got fired the next morning. Just got a cold email saying I violated safety protocols and compromised the clinic environment. But it didn't stop there. The other nurse who saw the vial filed a report with the state. She told them everything. That Dr. Sins had a private stash, that none of it was recorded. A month later, the clinic shut down for investigation. Turns out he'd been double billing insurance companies. There was no security camera in his office, but there were receipts. And once they started digging, they found everything. I never got my job back. My license was under review for months, even though I was cleared. But none of that mattered to me, because my kid, by accident, had exposed a man who was hurting people. And he still asks me sometimes if I'm mad he got me fired. I tell him no because he saved lives that day.